Swish. Never been afraid of a nigga, and I ain't gon' stop. We can run that fade on, make shit spark.
B2D, what's going on with you?
I love this shit.
Yeah, I dig up my old thing and found this. So.
B2D and AD from No Jumper really with it. Y'all gotta look that shit up on YouTube. That shit bangs. But yeah, what's good today? What's the topics?
What's good? What's good? We're gonna talk about a few things. One, what do you think about the sentencing of Brittney Griner from Russia for 9 years?
9 years. 9 years for some bait with weed. There's no weed in this one. Oh no, we can smoke in America, so yeah, there's weed in this. But 9 years, she got 9 years for this.
But I also heard they're gonna try to do a swap.
Yeah, they're gonna do a swap. I don't think they're gonna do the swap. I don't have no faith in Biden no more. Like, they want 2 prisoners for 1. Now, she got caught with a simple ass vape pen, couple vape pens with weed. She knew what she was doing, and I don't think that should have been 9 years. She should have got 9 years for that. And I really want everybody to send their prayers to her family, her girlfriend, and everybody that's involved in that case. And I really do hope Biden make a trade or swap. I feel like if Trump was in office, I mean, he got ASAP Rocky out. You know what I'm saying? He did sanctions and everything else, and he made sure ASAP Rocky got out of jail when he was in the tight position. I mean, God, Kodak Black, Lil Wayne, you know, he pardoned him, and he was fighting hard. I felt like if Trump was in office, Brittney would have been out by now. And like, for real, everybody, my prayers go out to Brittney's family, and I hope everything, I really do hope Biden makes a trade, a switch, do sanctions, do something. But right now it's looking real dim. I mean, for them to give her 9 years for some vape pens and weed is just horrible. And I really feel for that girl, man. And yeah, prayers go out to her and her family.
I was told that Trump said something different. Trump says something that she deserved getting what she's getting.
For real? See, yeah. I haven't heard that. Heard that, so I mean, that's shined a whole new light in the case, because I didn't even hear that. I'm over here rooting for him, and he's saying she deserved that sentence. Wow. So I really feel sorry for that girl. I really hope, I mean, there's a lot of power in prayer, and I just think a lot of people in America, we need to pray. She's an American, and we need her back over here in America.
True. Our next topic, we're going to talk about Mystical and his rape charge.
I didn't believe it. Like, when I seen it popped up on YouTube that Mystical was facing another rape charge, I thought it was an old ass video, an old clip of his prior rape charges. This would be his 3rd rape charge. Oh my God. And like, I don't know what to believe, because in the beginning, even the first rape charge was his assistant. He said it was false claim, and he served several years, and he was an innocent man the whole time. But to be accused for the same thing again, and it's not like his money's up there and he's super rich and people trying to get him for his money. And if he is as dirty as what these allegations are saying, then he deserved the time. He deserved a broomstick up his ass when he go to jail. He deserves the worst, man. And it's crazy, because a lot of that's going on ever since the R. Kelly. There's this producer, Ray J's producer, DIA. He made Sexy Can I. He made some hit beats for Beyonce and shit. He's facing 51 years. He's been in prison for a year. I didn't even know that until recently. And so many young girls, man. And I think it's a shame. Like, people know better. People know better, like, to mess with little girls. If anybody got a daughter, a mother, yeah, I mean, you know, that's just wrong. And I think with states, I think it's kind of fucked up that, like in R. Kelly case, some states you could be 21 or you could be any age and you could talk to a female that's 17 in some states. And there's even some states where you could be 50 years old and you could fuck with a 16-year-old and not get in trouble. I think all states should have one mandatory guideline to what age you have to be to fuck with a female. And I feel like the age should be 18. The 17 and 16, that is just tipping the scale. And then say if you're in one of those states where you could date someone that's 16 and you cross over a state line, and then it's a whole different charge when it was legal and just legal in the other state that you were in. But Mystical, if that shit is true, man, fuck you. If it's not, damn, that's a shame. Fight your case. DIA, there's like, whew, I heard there's like a plethora of women. It's not looking good. I heard some of it's fake and some of it's real. But when it's too many females going like the Cosby case, there's got to be some type of truth in it. So, Mystical, like, I hope it's not true. If it is, it's let down because you done made some hit records. I grew up to some of his shit. The Man Ray Chair.
Yes, I'm here.
That was my shit.
Boot Camp Click.
Yeah.
Okay, and another one. Have you watched that TMZ a couple of days ago with Blueface and his girl?
Man, like, okay, Rack 100, I'm up and down. Like, I'm not a big fan of his, but then I realized some of the shit he's doing, and I know he's playing a character on YouTube. He's just playing a character sometimes on Pyru. But he had it right. People were bashing Rack 100 when he had the video kicking her name is Christian or something, right?
Yeah, Christian Rock.
Yeah, Christian Rock. And when he kicked her out the house, they said he was being too mean, let Blueface talk to the girl he wanted to. Well, it seemed like Wack was right the whole time. And she done robbed the house, she done stole vehicles, she done cost them money. I thought Blueface actually got back with her just because maybe she knew some, you know, if a nigga's in the street hustling or some shit, you try to keep a girl quiet so you just deal with it. Like, okay, he bailed her out of jail. But she was fucking with the CEO. He went through her phone and found all this other type of shit. And then I just realized today, I mean, you told me earlier before this show that he was paying, he offered her $100,000 to leave because she's the type of female that don't like to leave the house. Like, fuck you, I ain't leaving. She knows something. And Blueface knows she knows something. That's why he's offering her cash and she ain't leaving. And whatever that is, man, and she got him by a grip. And I hope he shakes her. I know he's losing money behind her. He just lost a $1.2 million boxing deal that he had in London just because allegations of him getting in a physical altercation with Christian Rock or whatever. So that's just bad news right there, man. Sometimes chicks could be the greatest thing for a man, and sometimes the wrong one could be the worst destruction, could ruin your whole career. And that's what's slowly happening to him if you don't shake her.
All right, yeah. He needs to shake her out. Let her go.
Definitely.
Now, here goes something different. Has anybody in the streets, I know you did the streets way back and all that, but
Yeah,
call you a snitch? Yeah.
Yeah, people throw that snitch word out there too much, like these days, without having official paperwork. You know, like if someone don't like you, or if you're blowing up or you have some type of success, they're gonna be like, you're a snitch. And now I'm in the YouTube world, podcasting, YouTube, or whatever you want to call it. You know, I know people's gonna be looking up my paperwork, or there ain't gonna be no smut on my jacket. Matter of fact, it's gonna be a different time, but I brought my paperwork and we're gonna discuss it. And I'm gonna read off some of the stuff on a different interview. But just show it and bring it a little bit closer to the camera. Name, Alan Jemiah Sims. We got my date of birth here, cover up. I'm an old man. Now, Pyru blood and all this other stuff. We're gonna go over my paperwork another day, and I'm gonna prove to the world that I ain't no snitch. And plus, there's something called Pacer that you can look up if you get a person information. Everything is on there. So I'm like, there's no smut in my jacket. Snitch, that's not in me and never will be in me. If I do the crime, I do the time.